Hello, my name is Cory Schlesinger. I'm the Director of Performance for the Phoenix Suns. And today we're going to learn a high velocity eccentric with our kettlebell, and that's going to be a kettlebell drop lunge. We're going to go ahead and grab that yellow kettlebell. Okay. And as we progress this, what we're going to do, we're going to start real simple. So it's in your right hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop our right foot back and land in a lunge.
Okay, so keep this here. Drop the right foot back, land in lunge. So,
boom, just like that. Go ahead and stand up. Excellent. So now we're just going to repeat that same action, but make it cyclical. So now it's going to be like, and you're just going to repeat it. It's like a dance. Basically, you're dancing with kettlebells at this point. Excellent. Good athleticism. And relax. Now notice with this action, you already have this natural ability to disassociate your ribs and hips because you're offloaded on one side. So you're getting IR and you don't even know it. So this is a great way to prep, especially hip internal rotation.
There we go.
And so that's going to allow you to move better and hopefully help your squat out too. So it's a great preparatory movement. Now here's the hard one, the switch. So now we're going to drop it down. When you pop back up, notice I'm in that 2 feet stance, I'm going to flick it and just let it go north. So it's not super high, I'm just exaggerating. It's going to be here, drop catch, drop catch, drop catch, drop catch, drop catch.
Okay, so.
Bingo.
Oh, no.
That was the right action though. Man, just even to do that, it's a good athlete. Good.
So, show me how it's supposed to look.
Yeah, no worries. So this is where like the rhythm and coordination aspect comes in, but I have obviously a ton of experience. At the end of the day, it's a gait. So it's opposite arm, opposite leg. So I'm gonna pop, notice I'm here, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop, pop, drop.
Gotcha, okay.
So now you can do this to a metronome, so like a boom, boom, you do it to a song, okay? You can add a vestibular or an auditory aspect. Good, now you're good. Right, left, right. But I mean, what it says though, it's like there's a reason why you don't like that cross pattern. Even though that's sprinting, walking, all that. But what's really good about it is that it's cyclical. You could do it for high volume, but it's speed, it's power, and the ability to absorb force. So I created all day, bam, bam. But the ability to manipulate and absorb it, contract, relax. I mean, the best athletes in the world, they turn it on the fastest and they turn it off the fastest.
Yeah.
That's the difference between good and great.
Let me slow this down. Gonna have to start slow. So boom, boom,
right,
boom,
left, right, left. There it is. Boom, boom, boom. Beautiful. 3, 2, 1. Good. And to be honest with you, the heavier bell is probably going to be easier.
Yeah? Why is that?
You got no choice but to be right.
Okay.
That's the great thing about it.
You got no choice but to be right.
You got no choice but to be right.
Okay. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
For this type of movement, I can see it being really good for athletes, but for powerlifters, individuals in those sports that are just straight, why would this be really beneficial for them to add in?
I think this is a great component because it's different than what you normally do, right? You think about speed bench or speed pulls, but that's mainly done in a concentric action. Okay, this is taking the opposite end of the spectrum and it's adding more eccentric load than you're actually getting from super heavy this. The reason why? Speed. When you add speed to an eccentric and you gotta stop it, that like total force, if you will, is just as much, if not greater. So now that amortization phase, right, from the jump, so eccentric into concentric, it's the same thing in jumping, sprinting, benching, deadlifting. We all have that same action. This, we're just speeding it up. Most people do eccentric slow.
Yeah.
This is a great way to do eccentrics fast. And that's going to create one hell of a response.
Yeah. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, so boom.
There it is.
Is there anything that people need to be careful with?
To be honest with you, I haven't seen anybody drop it on their toe, but that's the first thing everybody brings up is, oh my God, my feet. Well, if you see where it lands, there's no shot of it landing on your feet.
Yeah.
And then I would get on just a safe surface, right? So it could be sand, it could be this nice turf, it can be out there on the pavement, depending on how much you want to destroy your kettlebell. But these things are made to last. But that's really the only thing. It's just spatial awareness and knowing where you are in space. Doing it in a commercial gym setting, might set off the lunk alarm, or you might trip up on somebody for being an idiot. But for me, I don't have a lot of safety precautions to this because I haven't had to run into any issues.
Yeah.
And I've done too many of these to even count. So for me, if you fail, you're going to fail to the ground. So just let it be. If you try to save it, that's where you can get hurt.
Gotcha.
So if it's failing, just let it fail. Just pick up the next step. Live to lift another day.
Yeah. The amazing thing about this too, I think, is like for athletes that their conditioning isn't at top of mind, powerlifters being the folks. This is something, again, like kettlebells in general, and you know so many things about kettlebells, but kettlebells are in general are a way for these athletes to use load. And like this right here, you work that for a minute or a minute and a half.
Oh, it's a wrap.
And then recover and then do it again. Like it's a way for you not to, you don't have to go running, even though it's not that bad to go running, but you don't have to go running to get some cardiovascular benefits. You can use some load to do that.
And that's the reason why I did it in the first place, is because I tore my Achilles, so I wasn't able to run.
Ooh.
This is a great return to play aspect. So if you have an injury and you're coming back, but you're in that in-between phase where you can't run or jump, this is a controlled way to be able to get similar actions, but without beating up your joints.
Yeah.
And I think it's even better for guys like MMA, right? So because you got to change positions, you got to go from high to low. You got the grasping aspect, and it's similar to this. And so when you add that to the ability to shift positions, and then you can add it into locomotion. You can go lateral with it. You can go forward and backward with it. I mean, when you do it with a partner, I like the single arm when you throw it to a partner, and you switch your action on how the bell is being received to you, throw it to your partner. There's so many things you can do with the single arm, single leg variation that you don't get with the partner passing where it's two arms, two hands.
Amazing.
Or two hands, two legs.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you think people need to know about this movement before they go hop in the gym and go do it?
Start with the progression. So then once again, the progression is you keep it in one hand, use the opposite leg to absorb the force. So if it's in my right hand, left hand, if it's in my right hand, left leg catch, and then pause at the bottom. So boom, catch. Boom. So now we're not even switching. Go ahead and stand back up. Let's pop it down again. Stand back up. Great, now we're just gonna keep it in the same arm, using the same leg, and we're gonna make it cyclical. So
just do the same thing.
Boom, pop, boom, pop, boom, pop. And that's a great place to even stay if you want to stay. If you're not comfortable with switching the hands, that's going to be the exact same training response. Nothing is really going to change. The only thing with the switch is obviously we're getting to side, and then there's the vestibular aspect. I'm actually having to throw something, be cautious of aware of my surroundings, and be able to catch it with the other. So there is that coordination aspect.
Is that what vestibular mean? Like, what does vestibular mean exactly?
So I would say neck up. So it's my eyes. It's how I perceive the world around me. So for instance, like I'm going to touch you now. That's your vestibular system.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got more content coming. I hope you guys enjoyed this video with Cory. Cory, where can people find you once again?
You can find me on Instagram /strength, SCHLES strength on Instagram.
This is Nsima Inyang from the Super Training Gym. We actually just did a podcast with him too, so you guys need to go check that out at Mark Bell's Power Project. Strength is never a weakness. Weakness is never a strength. Catch y'all later.